The Faustian bargain is taking people out earlier than usual, man. The rhythms is just a little bit too predictable. Look at the rappers, man, and all of the like celebrities. These folks everybody ain't having to perform when they like 102. It ain't too many of them left who went all the way, and I guess they stayed all the way in. Faustian bargain is all about that deal with entertainment where you sell your soul. And after a certain amount of years, I think it was like 20 or 25 years in the original, where Mephistos or Mephistopheles takes your soul back to do whatever he wishes. And since he's coming from the chaotic realms, this is possibly an emissary or a manifestation of Lucifuge. Then you're dealing with the realm of pain. You're dealing with the governing of hell, of the pure chaos. So to sign a contract with the pure chaos is what the Faustian bargain can represent. It can represent this. We make these kind of contracts, sign these kind of contracts every day with whatever we put our energy toward and placing our energy on. It's like an energetic contract that we sign. And while it might not be anything that has these kind of conditions on it, because we're not necessarily swearing allegiance to an entity per se, which is what they have to do. And this is based on, certain celebrities' accounts, and they put their information out there and they said what they said. So based on their accounts, this is how it goes. That their soul is not theirs. So the money, the control, the fame, none of it is really worth it if you don't own yourself. You just stuck doing them songs, even if you don't feel like it, even if you're in a different stage in your life than when you wrote it, you still got to do it. You don't own yourself. You become somebody else's property. And from a lot of these celebrities and artists' account, their philosophy is extremely left-handed and very, very cliphotically aggressive, dealing with heavy Gamaliel styled initiations and things like that, dealing with the heavier hazings of vampiric realms. A Faustian bargain, you'll know if you're in it. Once you find something great, once you find what you're supposed to do, right then you in it. The moment you find something you good at, boom, you in. You're in. So just keep a focus on what your particular goal is and why you're doing it, and what kind of message you're putting out there when you do it. You want to be mindful of these things too, because all it is, whichever way the energies point, this is going to determine which part of the scale and which way you're going with what you're giving. If it's given more to chaos with the absence of balance, then you're dealing with something that could probably, sap your life away at a certain amount of time. And then if you're dealing with things on the right-hand side and you haven't sold your soul, your grassroots movement makes you, while not the most famous, you're basically set for life on your own terms. This is really, I guess, for artists. Artists can really look at this, or anybody even with a job, because it applies to positions too. It applies to positions. You can take more money that'll keep you away from your family longer, and this kind of grief could mess with your health in the long run too. Even in the short run, stress from being overworked is a reality. And depending on what kind of job you have, you can be pushed to the outskirts, because the whole city flow is interesting in this more hyped up version and the sped up Faustian bargain. Like I said, the rappers is barely making it to 21, barely making it to 25. None of them really making it to 30 without being shot up. You know what I mean? And we're talking about artists. We don't know what kind of contract they sign, but based on what people are saying, it certainly seems like people are getting their souls taken after a certain amount of time. Versus people we know that was good at something, they seem to still be around for whatever reason. They still doing their craft for whatever, even though they didn't blow up, even though they ain't make it, they seem to still be around. They've been around for like 3 times as long as these people. So I'm saying maybe there's something to it, even if it is just a staged play. What are they telling us with this? Right? So just a few notes on the Faustian bargain and, how it's moving and grooving today and what you can do as an artist, creator, entertainer to understand how this particular contract presents itself in your daily life. Again, it's Super T Sigma with Sigma Programming. Over here, reaching is teaching. I thank you again for your time and attention. Continue to vibrate high, people. Peace.